So you've probably seen a couple of videos already on the brand new Honor 200 devices, specifically the Honor 200 Pro, but I think one device that's been flying under the radar is actually the Honor 200, the non-Pro version, and it's something that I have here today. So what we're going to do is actually a very quick comparison between the non-Pro version against the Pro and find out which one should you really get. Now let's begin the video right away. Now first things first, it's worth noting that we do have a couple of similarities, actually not that many, just about like 3 similarities and a couple more differences that really separates the non-Pro from the Pro. Now I think we should start off with the pricing because the pricing is actually very attractive. Now the non-Pro model is starting for RM1899 here in Malaysia, and you're getting quite a fair, decently spec'd device. And if you talk about the Honor 200 Pro, now this goes up to RM2699, and for the amount of money you're getting a very strong device. So what's the thing that actually makes them similar? Now first things first, we've got our hardcore portraits. So that means that both devices can actually take those like studio kind of feel. Now the second similarity actually here is that, obviously they're running on Magic OS, so the software and everything runs very similarly. And the third final similarity is actually in terms of the design, because they do share the same design language. Check that out. But just holding these devices, they do feel premium. They don't feel like those cheaper phones. And let's start with the Honor 200. I like that the back panel is sort of like this glossy kind of feel. It doesn't capture any of your fingerprints. It's glazed in a certain way. And for the Honor 200 Pro, it's a smoother kind of back panel. And apparently these are super durable. So if you do happen to drop them by accident and you smash it, Honor is giving you like a 1-year replacement. So that's pretty nice and comforting. Alright, so what's actually different between these devices? Now that's actually quite a lot. So I've got this list of PCDB, so P for processor, camera, display, and of course the battery. They're actually quite different in that sense, so let's take a look at that. Now first thing, like I said, the processor. Now the Honor 200 comes with the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3, whereas the Honor 200 Pro comes with the 8S Gen 3. So again, the Honor 200, the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 is sort of like a mid-range processor. It's been around for quite some time, but for the Honor 200 Pro, the 8S Gen 3 is actually a fairly new processor, and it's a very capable processor. Other than that, the Honor 200 Pro also comes with that C1 radio frequency chip that gives it slightly better network coverage. If you're in a place with low signal, this one will be able to pull the signal even stronger than the Honor 200. So that's just in case you need that. Now moving on to the cameras. Now they do have triple camera setups at the back. Their resolution is actually very similar. They have the same amount of the main sensor. They also have the same ultra wide, the same telephoto, but the main sensor is actually where it's a bit different. Although they are both 50 megapixels, their sensor sizes are actually different. Again, a couple of samples on your screen so you can just see a side-by-side difference between both models. What I can say like straight off the bat is that the Honor 200 Pro is able to pull in more light naturally because of that larger sensor. So pictures that you take will look a bit brighter, and some of you might like that. Alright, let's see what's next. Now the next one is actually in terms of the display. Now the display is actually a very interesting one because they are super similar. In fact, they are almost the same display because they're both like AMOLED displays. They both had that 3840Hz PWM dimming. They both get up to 4000 nits of maximum brightness, which is pretty insane, and they are both 120 Hz. Now what's really different here is in terms of the size and the floating effect that you get. So the smaller model, which is the Honor 200, is a 6.7 inch unit, whereas the larger one, the Honor 200 Pro, is actually a 6.78 inch unit. Now they are both curved on all corners, but the one on the Honor 200 Pro is curved a little bit more, so it does give for a slightly floating effect. Other than that, the Pro model also has that AI Natural Tone 2.0. That means that pictures, you can actually look a bit more natural on this device. The colors are a bit more accurate. Now let's move on to the final one, and that's actually in terms of the charging. Now don't get me wrong, they both have the same 5200 mAh battery, and they both have the same wired charging speeds, which is 100 watts, very fast. But the Honor 200 Pro here actually comes with 66 watt of fast wireless charging. So yeah, in case any of you out there is like a huge fan of wireless charging, you must have that feature. Well, it's available on the Honor 200 Pro. Alright, so at the end of the day, those are just the differences. Now, which one should you really get? So like I said, the Honor 200 is RM1899 and the Honor 200 Pro is RM2699, and that puts that 800 ringgit in between, which is quite a fair bit of money. So obviously, if your budget is under 2000 and you're looking for one of the best offerings from Honor, the Honor 200 is definitely your choice to go to. You still get that hardcore portrait effects. You also get a very decently built device, one that actually looks great, and you have that beautiful display at the front as well. So that's what you can expect on the Honor 200. Now moving on, if you have a bit more money to spare, definitely I would say that you should check out the Honor 200 Pro. This is actually my choice to go to, and that's because it's simply a great all-rounder. Not only do you have that Snapdragon 8S Gen 3, which is actually very important in my books, you also have that better sensor at the back, which is a bit larger, so you can capture a bit more light. It's going to perform a bit better at night as well. You also have that wireless charging, guys, which is something that you don't see on a lot of phones here in Malaysia. It's got a lot of cool features that you might need all in one package. So there you have it, guys, the Honor 200 and 200 Pro. Regardless of which one you choose, you can't really go wrong. Anyways, if you do plan to get one, you might want to check out the pre-order promo because Honor is giving away a couple of freebies worth slightly more than 1,000 ringgit. More details down in the links below. But yeah, that's basically it. If you have any further questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. Thank you once again for watching the video all the way to the end, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Do take care and stay safe. Bye bye.